Today, we're taking you on a colorful journey just outside New York City, to a place where imagination takes over and everything is built brick by brick. Welcome to LEGOLAND New York Resort, the largest LEGOLAND in North America and one of the most creative family destinations in the region. From life-sized LEGO cities to kid-friendly roller coasters, from hands-on building zones to epic water play areas, this theme park is packed with fun, fantasy, and nostalgia. Let's just a quick heads up. This video is not sponsored by LEGOLAND or anyone else. Everything you'll see here is based on my personal visit and experience, and I'm sharing it with you purely for fun and information. Let's give a little bit of background on LEGOLAND. Opened in July 2021, LEGOLAND New York is not only the newest, but also the largest LEGOLAND park in North America. Spanning over 150 acres, it's more than just a theme park. It's an entire LEGO world designed for families, for kids, and for those of us who never quite outgrew our love for those iconic little bricks. The park is located right off Route 17, near exit 125, and if you're driving in from New York City, expect a trip that takes about an hour and a half, though it can vary depending on traffic. You'll know you're close when the landscape starts changing. Green fields give way to colorful signs, oversized Lego figures peek out from the trees, and excitement builds with every mile. LEGOLAND New York is designed primarily for children ages 2 through 12, but trust me, adults will find just as much joy here. There are 7 themed lands, each with its own attractions, rides, dining, and giant Lego sculptures, some made from hundreds of thousands of bricks. Hey everyone! If you're enjoying this LEGOLAND New York adventure, do me a quick favor. Give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and lets me know you want to see more trips like this. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I've got more theme park adventures, road trips, and New York neighborhood tours coming your way. You won't want to miss them. And while you're here, feel free to check out some of my other videos too. There's a lot more to explore. Welcome to Goshen, New York, a peaceful town nestled in the Hudson Valley, just about 60 miles north of New York City. But hidden among the rolling hills and quiet suburbs is something that feels like a world of its own, a place where fantasy, imagination, and childhood dreams come to life. Welcome to LEGOLAND New York Resort. We begin in Britopia, a land where creativity rules. There's no logic here, just imagination. This is where you'll find the Factory Adventure Ride, a dark ride that shrinks you down to Lego minifigure size as you tour a wild Lego brick factory. It's one of the park's most unique attractions, combining immersive storytelling with ride technology. And for fans of LEGO Friends, Heartlake City offers a gentler musical experience with live performances, themed rides, and colorful scenery. Throughout the year, LEGOLAND hosts seasonal events like Brick or Treat during Halloween, Holiday Bricktacular, and July 4th fireworks. Each one comes with special decor, exclusive LEGO builds, and themed activities. Pro tips: buy your tickets online in advance to save money. Bring water, sunscreen, and comfortable shoes. It's a lot of walking. Arrive early to beat the crowds. And don't forget to download the LEGOLAND app. It helps with wait times and navigation. One important thing to know before you come: LEGOLAND, New York is completely cashless. That means they don't accept cash anywhere in the park, not for food, tickets, or souvenirs. You'll need to use a credit card, debit card, or mobile payments like Apple Pay or Google Pay. Over at Pirate Shores, things get wet and wild. You can board a pirate ship and shoot water cannons, take a spin on the Rogue Riders, or cool off in splash zones. If you visit in the summer, this is where you'll want to be. Bathing suits recommended. Now let's talk about one of the coolest parts of LEGOLAND New York, Miniland. This place is incredible, a true marvel of engineering. It's a miniature world made entirely of LEGO bricks, over 22 million bricks to be exact. And trust me, the details will blow you away. out west, you'll find the massive Golden Gate Bridge, stretching over 20 feet long. It's like a cross-country road trip in Lego form, all in one place. And every landmark has a story behind it. Honestly, you could spend hours here just admiring the craftsmanship. But Miniland doesn't stop at New York. You'll see Independence Hall in Philadelphia, a scene from the Boston Tea Party, and down in the DC section, there's the US Capitol, Washington Monument, and even the Jefferson Memorial. One of my favorites, the Mount Rushmore display. The Lego presidents actually move and talk. Now, when it comes to food, LEGOLAND New York offers a wide selection from pizza and burgers to Asian noodles and turkey legs. Many of the restaurants are LEGO themed and they offer allergy-friendly options too. Just keep in mind, prices are what you'd expect in a theme park, so prepare accordingly. In LEGO City, children get to take the wheel. Literally, they can drive electric LEGO cars in the driving school, earn a LEGOLAND license, put out fires at the fire academy, and even steer their own boats. It's all about learning through play, team building, cooperation, and of course, having fun. Next, we journey to the LEGO Castle, a medieval land filled with knights, dragons, and magic. The main attractions here are the Dragon Coaster, a family-friendly roller coaster that winds through a giant LEGO castle, and the Merlin's Flying Machines, where kids pedal to lift into the air. It's pure fantasy and a huge hit with younger kids. fans of action and adventure, Ninjago World brings the martial arts fantasy to life. The highlight here is LEGO Ninjago the Ride, a 4D interactive dark ride where you get to throw fireballs, lightning, and ice using only your hands. No controllers, just motion sensors, and a lot of excitement. As the sun sets behind the Hudson Valley Hills, Legoland begins to quiet down. You'll see tired but smiling kids, parents carrying souvenir bags, and families talking about their favorite rides. If you want to extend your stay, the Legoland Hotel is right next door. Every room is themed: pirates, ninjas, Lego friends, and kids have their own sleeping areas with bunk beds, scavenger hunts, Lego play pits in the lobby, and also have a fire pit and pool. It's an experience in itself. Whether you're here for the Lego magic, the rides, or just to make a memory with your family, Legoland, New York delivers something special. It's not just a park, it's a world made of imagination, built brick by brick. Thanks for joining me on this visit to Legoland, New York. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And let me know, what would you build if you had all the Lego bricks in the world?